I'm bigger than that and I'm better than that, and they will never win.
There it is. Thank you, Rachel.
That's Rachel from Palmer's Green. And does this LBC caller make the most powerful calls ever? Well, you decide.
I just wanted to share bits of my life with you and the other listeners, really. My parents came here from the Caribbean, from Jamaica specifically, in 1955. And it was difficult. My dad was a black Jamaican and my mum was the white Jamaican. I say was because they've both passed away now.
Okay.
And it was very difficult for them. You know, I remember poo being popped through the letterbox and sanitary towels and all sorts of dreadful things coming through our letterbox.
Good
But
God.
my mum and dad ploughed on, James. They ploughed on, and they were great, really. They taught me and my siblings how to be resilient, how to be strong, how to be proud, and how to remember that love rises above everything. We lived in a great house with lots of different people from Ireland, from Scotland, from all over the world, and it really was a kind of home of the world, really. Like my school classroom was filled with lots of children from all over the place. Greece, Turkey, parts of Asia, parts of Africa, Caribbean. We really did have the world in a classroom. Having said that, you know, things were difficult for Dad. He was regularly followed home by teddy boys wielding chains, bicycle chains, and he had to find different ways to get home most nights. He worked long 12-hour shifts and really struggled, but they kept going, James. They kept going. And during the 70s, I became involved in Rock Against Racism and the Anti-Nazi League. And even though it was a difficult time, there was a sense of hopefulness, optimism. Me and my friends of all shades, colours, backgrounds got together, and we had a kind of common foe. And it was bigotry.
Yeah.
And it was hatred. And it was all those ugly things that we're dealing with now that are kind of bigger and more shocking than ever, perhaps. So for me, the 70s was a bit more hopeful.
Gosh.
And what I've seen in the last 10 years has just broken my heart. Like you, I love this country. I was born here, born in North London, and to see what's happened, and I think the likes of Farage have contributed, stoked a very, very ugly and dangerous fire. I think his words have sown division, bile, the most dreadful racist vitriol. And I think it's seeped down. It's seeped down, and I've noticed a difference, a kind of shift, even towards me. And you haven't seen me, I'm a tiny little thing, but I'm racially profiled in shops, which is awful, and I often have to show my receipt. I'm stopped at airports and patted down regularly, you know, pulled aside, and my husband, who happens to be a white guy, is like, what the hell's going on? Because it never happens to him. Yeah, James, I see the shift, I feel the shift, and it breaks my heart. It bloody breaks my heart, because I love this place. I love this crazy, wonderful, beautiful place. And to see this happening to a country that I called home is tearing my heart apart.
I mean, it is home, isn't it? And yet, in your voice, there's a sense that it means it's a different word for you than it is for me now. It didn't used to be, I don't think, but it is today.
Yes.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Absolutely, James. And I just have one memory, or I have several actually, but my mum and dad, as I said, Dad was black and Mum was white. And I remember Mum and I had gone away on holiday, and Dad came to meet us at the airport, and I can always remember he leaned forward to kiss her, but he was aware of being watched and all the watchful eyes around him, and he pulled back.
God.
And he wanted to kiss her, but it was the looks. It was the looks of people around that stopped him, James. And, you know, when you're frightened to love, when you're frightened to show love, it's scary, James.
Well,
because we're human beings, and we're about love, essentially.
That was what, I mean, I know you know this, but some people won't. That's what started the Notting Hill riots, wasn't it? It was the race riots in Notting Hill was started by relationship between a protests against the relationship between a black man and a white woman.
Yes.
And of course the racists today still focus on Notting Hill and the carnival, which is a celebration of love, albeit one that is often subject to the kind of criminality you will almost always get at massive gatherings of people like that. They still use it as a point of leverage for more subtle racism. It's getting less subtle every day at the moment, isn't it, Rachel?
Yes, absolutely. And it's the conversations. I remember Dad sitting me down on a little wooden stool and saying to me, it's a tough world out there, and sort of telling me almost about what it means to be black. And it felt really, really heavy. It felt like a heavy crown on my head. And I was like, wow. That I'd have to work really hard at school, harder than my white girlfriends. I'd have to work really hard to make something of myself. And I was only 8 at the time, but I got a really bad school report, James. I got a B and a D.
No! I wish you told me that at the beginning. I'd have banned you from the programme. Absolutely outrageous. Thank you. I mean, as I say, I'm not on the receiving end of this. I mean, I get a lot of abuse from racists, but it's not racism because I'm white. But I hope it's not inappropriate to say that my callers today are making me feel better than I did at the beginning of the phone, and even as they describe terrible things to me, because I think we're highlighting what we have in common, not what sets us apart. I hope so.
And they'll never stop me believing in love, James. They'll never stop me from loving, and they'll never stop me from forming bridges with other people who might not look exactly like me. I'm bigger than that, and I'm better than that, and they will never win.
There it is. Thank you, Rachel.
Wasn't she absolutely fantastic? Has far more patriotism in one of her little fingernails than the likes of Tommy Ten Names, Nigel Farage and racist Rupert Lowe combined, as well as far more than the clowns of Deform, Restore, as well as the flag shaggers and roundabout painters as well. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below, and I shall bid you farewell and take care, my friends.